Hello, everybody, It's so funny. Oh my god. She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. Oh my god. She sits on an empty wooden box, very naturally picks up a wide brush between her toes of a bare right foot. I open a few of the cans and pour some of the contents into a shallow bowls for her for mixing. The thick paint flows lazily from the can to the bowl, like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns, then melt quickly into each other, to form a new monotone hue. Rin sets to work. Oh, what are you talking about? You don't know friggin' art terms. Those are 3 of them right there. Jeez. Gosh. Oh my god. Rin sets to work, every now and then, asking me for a hand with something or the other. Lol. Finding a different brushes is easy though, but mixing paints to be exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is frustrating ordeal. Can imagine so. She wants precision down to the last milliliter. Duh. Oh my god, I'm retarded. Jeez. To the last milliliter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Now this is art. Add a half splash of green. I crouch down to pick up the can of bright green. The other green. This green. Oh my god, she's so sarcastic and I love it. I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl. No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. Oh my god. Is green a good color to add? No idea. You're the artist here. A hint of a smile appears on the corners of her mouth. Do you lack an opinion? No, it's just that I have no idea. It's okay, because I just got an idea. Add more white. Oh my god. She's so salty. I friggin' love this. Oh my god. We are gonna get along just fine, you and me, Miss Rin. Indeed. Just fine. Indeed. With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. That's good. It's not. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream, but you can't remember. Maybe it's yellow. Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like the change of a season or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. I'm enjoying this exponentially. Seeing a painting being born on the plastered wall feels like magic. I spent the moments I have been between mixing paints crouching down on the paving and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works the details, adding her layers of paint on the top of her layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall and add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from a few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us say a word for the goddamn. fuck everything. Anyways, I'm gonna reread this part. Excuse me. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us say a word for the longest time. I apologize for my dumb pewter. And even those short discussions soon evolve into shorthand, both of us developing the using weird code words for various paints and hues, as if there was some need to conserve words and breath and sound. I'm not conserving any of those, freaking reading your paragraphs of thoughts, dingus. We stay there late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. This is actually one of the most fun I've had in this game in a long freaking time. Like, I had some fun with Lily and a little fun with Hanako, but, like, dude, Rin is, like, perfect. The sound of my alarm pulls me out of my fitful slumber and into the unpleasant state of a wakefulness. I understand your pain. Probably so does most of YouTube. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I already haven't. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they're going to let me get away with that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the walk of exercise as well. Or, excuse me, the talk of exercise. So eventually, I do rise up, swallow the morning medications, and put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempt from taking part in gym class at Yamako, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd order some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for anything more, so maybe they can get a new life this way, a bit like me. After all, I'm going to start taking care of myself. I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape, along with that little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I can less likely fall over dead at any minute. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. A prosthetic leg girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track, literally like a half mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at somewhat easy loop. Her prosthetic legs clank rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog just like he is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health and his prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get out of the way early. The fact I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape is merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. Good morning. Your name is Hisa, right? She grinned, seemingly pleased that she'd remembered my name. You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has a... excuse me. Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, so long as you don't mind, so long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine. Ha 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 ha. Man, that's a knee slapper. Whew. You hit me hard with that joke, he thought. Man. But you know it's not a joke? The fact that I'm out of time. It's a sad one, too. So yeah. Unfortunately, I am out of time for this video. Like I said before, it had to be kind of short. Which kind of sucks, but you know how life is. It does things, and you gotta do things to counteract the things, or you just gotta roll with the punches. But either way, things have to be done, and I can't avoid them. So, also, coming up soon, really soon, I'm going to be starting an SAO RPG from RPG Maker. For those who don't know what SAO is, Sword Art Online, but I highly doubt anyone who watches this doesn't know what Sword Art Online is. So, but if you don't, then watch it. And if you're having second thoughts about watching it, shut up and just do it. Because it's worth it. You will feel things. Very few things ever make me feel things, but that was one of them. Oh yeah, I felt things. And it was awesome. So yeah, you do you, man. I don't like want to pressure you or nothing, but you know. So anyways, yeah, that is gonna be a thing that is coming up soon. I can't wait to get started on that. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, so thank you all for watching again, and as always, I will see you all in my next video. See ya.